incredible, amazing. Will make you laugh and make you cry with no apparent reason why. It's a marvelous thing. Love is the eighth wonder. Eighth wonder of the world. Wonder of the world. Eighth wonder of the world. Love is the eighth wonder. Eighth wonder of the world. Wonder. I fell in love with you first. Na 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 na. I fell in love with you first. Oh, na 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 na. I fell in love with you first. Oh, na 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 na. I fell in love with you first. This may seem silly, but girl, I got one up on you. Up on you. You say that you think that you love me, but girl, it's too late, 'cause I know that I do love you. Oh. Oh, na 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 na. I fell in love with you first. Oh, na 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 na.
Welcome to Just Norwood. Now, thank you for joining me as I invite you into my world of crazy stories, fun, music, and inspiration. Now, if you feel so inclined to donate to the program, I would sure enough appreciate it. Now, here is my information for my Cash App and my PayPal.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Just Norwood. Of course, I am Norwood Young. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful day. And yeah, so let's get this thing started. I first of all want to say hello to everyone who is watching. I'm seeing Shari and Linda. Hey, Linda. And of course, my Henry Louise. So yeah, so I just wanted to dedicate this show to my 3-year journey so far here in Bangkok, Thailand. And it has been nothing short of wonderful, especially when I compare it to the crap that is going on in America. It's really saddening, but I just want to show you guys some great things that have basically been occurring here in Thailand. And I want to preface it by saying that the reason I love Bangkok, Thailand so much is stress levels are damn near zero. And I mean that. So why don't we begin by showing you a bit of what happened, I guess, within my first 6 months here. I get a telephone call from the producers at the Discovery Channel about doing a reality show called House Hunters International. They, I don't know the producers, and because House Hunters is also actually a Los Angeles show, found out that I moved to Thailand and asked me if I would be interested in doing the show. And when I was in America, I was like, I'm not doing no more reality. Well, I get to Thailand, and guess what? I'm doing reality. So let's watch a really quick clip of the House Hunters video.
Norwood's hoping to rebuild his singing career in Bangkok, Thailand.
In America, there are expiration dates on dreams when you do what I do. So coming to Bangkok gave me an opportunity to start anew.
He's armed with big dreams and a bigger personality. But...
Oh!
Oh!
Lord!
Oh, Sookie now, baby.
Oh yeah, that brings back a lot of memories. And if you notice my bestie Debbie Craig in this video, you'll see Debbie Craig. She's a huge part of my my journey here in Thailand, and she is my best friend. So we do everything together. And with the house hunter situation, it was perfect because she is a psychic and a psychic medium, and she does house clearings and she feels the energy in new places and this, that, and the other. So I had to have her on the show with me to feel the energies and the vibes of the prospective places. So it was a great experience. Here's what I want to say. Since this is just Norwood, guys, anybody watching, feel free to please comment, ask me questions, so let's make this about us. Janessa says, I saw that video before. It was cute. You was looking for an apartment. Yes. Condominium. Thank you very much. Yes. Janessa. And most people wanted me to, or thought that I would pick the more opulent one. And generally, I would have, however, three situations. One, it was further from the last drop, which was a venue that I'll show you in a little bit that happened to be less than 3-minute walk from my house. Two, because it only had one bathroom. And in order to get to that bathroom, you had to walk up the stairs from the general communal area to go upstairs through the bedroom to get to the bathroom. I was not happy about that. So any guests had to walk through the bedroom. And three, it wasn't pet friendly. I have a kid. I got kids. I got sugar gliders and a dog. So that wasn't gonna work out. So those were the reasons I didn't pick the place that most people thought I should pick. But yeah, so that experience was really, really a great one in terms of people here getting to know who I was, and for Americans to get an understanding of how I was embarking on this journey here. Because when I first came here, sight unseen, never had been here before in my life. Somebody told me, a friend of mine, that I should try it out. And I, not wanting to be back in America, nothing to lose. I decided I was going to give it a shot. And it's the best thing I could have ever done, because I just walked in what I know now is my purpose. And it wasn't the stuff. I began to walk in my purpose, and opportunity just presented itself. So when I got here, I decided that I wanted to do I wanted to brand myself. And what I learned here is, although America sucks, it is still in most countries the land of opportunity. So people here are enamored, or were enamored, when you were from Hollywood or from America, right? So I decided that I would attach the brand to Hollywood, and then also brand my ethnicity to it. So that is where Hollywood Soul brand came from, because it kind of speaks for itself. So yeah, so I decided that after living here, there are representations of all types of food. There's Chinese food, there's Mexican food, there's French food, there's Italian food, there's Greek food. There is all types of food here, but soul food. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are you, God, really? In all of Asia, there's no soul food? Now, mind you, there are restaurants who say soul. And when I went to the restaurants, I don't know who sold it. They're mimicking, but it's not any kind of sold it at all. Nothing. So I said, there's got to be a way for me to capitalize on this lack of soul in Thailand. So I created Hollywood Super Soul Sunday brunches. So they were a hit. So basically what I did is created soul food and vegan soul food. I taught the chefs how to prepare it, and they were a hit. They were a hit. Every one that I had was sold out. Kat, Kat is my producer, guys, so you'll hear me refer to Kat. Kat, let's show a piece of the brunch. Yeah, wow. So they were sold out, as you can see, every time I did it. And then my brain, Morgan says he's coming to, come on, man. Come on, man. So all right, let's do that. Let's do that. So let me tell you something. When I realized that I had introduced this new food to the Thai culture, and as you can see, I didn't only have the Thai culture, I had loads and loads of expats, and I said, okay, I am on to something here because they love the food. And not only do they love the food, but they are enamored by our culture. However, what they've seen of our culture basically is in media. So part of my journey or desire was to dispel the myth that we're all drug dealers and this, that, and the other that they saw in media. So it was Jeanette says, this news is awesome. Love it. Thank you, Jeanette. So part of my situation was dispelling that myth that we are indeed successful, smart, articulate, talented people as well. So when it dawned on me, every time this happened, I said, you know what? I need to mix, because I'm, you know what I do musically. So I'm going to find a way to mix the music and the food and create something larger. So after my Hollywood Super Soul, it was called Hollywood Super Soul Sunday Brunches. And I brought in local talent, and we have drag shows, and it just opened up a whole new avenue for me. I owned a club in Germany many years ago, and quite successful, but that was more so because of the talent of the music thing and not the food. But when I came here and just saw this open, wow, just wide open, and Debbie says all the soul brunches were sold out with zero food. That's true, zero food left over. That's Debbie. So, excuse me. So when I realized that there was this wide open gap, I had to figure out how I was going to capitalize on this, you know. So in my brain, I said, I need to make this happen. So I created the Hollywood Soul Band. Now it's a brand. Hollywood Soul is a brand. You can Google it, right? Norwood Young's Hollywood Soul. So I created the Hollywood Soul Band, and I went on a mission, slowly but surely, to create Norwood Young's Hollywood Soul Supper Club, where people could dine and enjoy soul food and vegan soul food. And then I'm going to fuse soul food and Thai food and create Toll Food, THOUL, Toll Food. because the Thais can come in with something that's relative and be exposed to our food as well as our culture. So that's what happens. But since the brunches, it created avenues for other things. So my first residency, I've only had, thank God, knock on wood, hear that? 2 residencies here. And my first was at a place here called Maggie Choose. Maggie Choose is a high-end, and in Thailand they call it high so, and that's high society, high so type of club where it's the place to be. So when I first came here, I inquired as to what places, what venues were here, and there are not many. Now not many clubs, venues of this type, right? There are loads and loads of venues for musicians to play. I have a brand, I have a certain level of comfort in my environment. So I don't want to sing where people are having beer and putting peanut shells on the floor. That's not my get down. So so everyone was saying Maggie Choose, Maggie Choose, Maggie Choose. So I asked these people, well, hook me up. Can we have any insights? And hey, you know, what does not change is people talking crap. So everybody has a big game, and when it came down to it, nobody had the information. So as it turns out, I reached out to Maggie Choose, and I spoke to a young lady, Tina Blackman, and she picks up the phone, and I tell her that I am looking for a residency in this, that, and the other, and she says, well, you can come down. She says, you can come down to the club and talk to me, whatever. Currently, we don't have anything available because we have our musicians under contract. When I got there, Tina was like, oh my God, you're Norwood Young from Los Angeles. Now, this is all the way in Thailand. So Tina knew who I was. And so Tina knew who I was. So she's going to put me on the roster for after the contracts are up or what have you. So we're talking months down the line. So I'm in the house maybe a week later, and I get this telephone call from Tina's boss, who says, listen, we just fired our band. Do you think you can replace them? I'm like, yeah, when? Tonight. So I got this call at 11 in the morning. Mind you, I don't speak the language. I don't know any musicians at all. But I need to be on the stage at 8 o'clock. So he says, now listen to what I said. I don't know anybody. He says, do you think you can get a band? Before he can finish the sentence, I said, of course I can. I never turn down any opportunity. I don't think any opportunity is impossible. Absolutely not. If you talk yourself out of it, you blow the opportunity. So he says, do you think you can get? Yep, I sure can. So I hung up the phone and started calling friends from America and who knew this and who knew that. And I just said, listen, we need to do, I need 12 songs, 12 standards. Let's put it together. We just work on the keys. I'll just depend on my magic and let's do it. So we did it. Wore the place out. Had a residency there for over a year, 2 nights a week initially, right? Okay, Kat, show that Maggie Choose image that they put out, babe. All right, so it was called the Norwood Young Experience. So initially I was doing 2 nights. Then they brought another band in, whatever on Saturday nights. So that was Maggie Choose, and it was, people were flying in to see the show. It was packed. It was a fantastic experience. They since closed temporarily or what have you. Janessa's asking me, did you miss your family or did they go with you? I missed my family because of the fact that they weren't a stone's throw away. However, I lived in Los Angeles and my family lives in New Jersey on the East Coast and this, that, and the other. So our communication was exactly the same as it is now, via computer, via telephone, whatever. So, you know, it's just the idea of not being able to jump on a plane and ride for 6 hours as opposed to 22 hours, you know. But no, I don't miss anybody because we talk every day. You know what I mean? So, you know, so that's the beauty of technology today. But so did the Maggie Choose. it was great, but there were a lot of things that I didn't like about it. But there were no choices. But then one of the people who came to see me at Maggie Choose ended up being the manager at a new place called the Crimson Room. Cat put up the image for Crimson Room. So this is the Crimson Room. Now, oddly enough, the Crimson Room is an amazing venue, a little small, but it's an amazing venue. They don't serve food, which is great for me because it was one step closer to my vision. In fact, when I first saw the room, it is almost a carbon copy on a much smaller scale of how I wanted my club to look. So I said, okay, all right. I see what you're doing, God. I see. Giving me visions. So I've been at, excuse me, I've been in Crimson Room now for 3 years. Nope, that's not true. So I've only been here, 3.5 years I've been here. So 2.5 years I've been at Crimson Room. Even during the end of COVID when nobody else was open, we were. So Crimson Room is a one. Chad, let's just show some video from Crimson Room there.
I need you, and let me play amongst the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my we got so far to go. I wanna run with you all night. I'll be the first to say that I was wrong. Oh, my baby, I was wrong. I know I'm probably too late. Only wanna see you happy in love. I'll take you just the way you are. You are.
Yeah, so that is Crimson Room, and we have a great time there every weekend. Now, problem with Crimson Room is that the stage, you can't tell really from watching. That stage is so small. So working here, working in Crimson Room, basically, and they treat me really well. And it gives me loads of do's and don'ts for when my dream comes true, you know, to work, to open my own club with food and the bands not being an afterthought. The problem with Thailand and what I found with most venues that have live music is that the bands are an afterthought. So they build the whole place that's near, then they'll find a corner and they'll go, oh, we'll put the band there. So they won't think about dressing rooms. They won't, again, the bands are an afterthought. Me being a musician first, the musicians are my first priority. Making sure the food and everything is okay. But if the band is not happy, then they can't give what they give, and the audience is gonna feel that. So that's what my goal is in terms of my club. Tanya Hutchinson says, awesome. I wish I lived in Thailand. Sending love from New Zealand. Oh, hi Tanya Hutchinson. Thank you. Thailand it's I can't describe it. It is slower in some ways, but the pros so outweigh the cons. I went from spending really in excess of $35,000 to $40,000 a month with housekeepers and the whole thing, and going and now my monthly may be 3,000, 4,000, and I live well. And when I tell you no stress, let me give you a little bit of background. For instance, Carletta. Hey, Carletta. So listen. Let's hypothetically, all right, here you go. I may or may not have remembered to pay my electric bill. Not one threat, not one outage, not one nothing. They had somebody from downstairs they call it heuristic, which is concierge, come upstairs and knock on my door. You need to really pay your bill, sir. A lot of stuff here is good faith. My water bill for 3 months might have been $20. I so encourage everyone to just get out of America for a minute and just see, and we are so loved here. We are so loved here. It's crazy. All right, so what I want to do now is show you another opportunity that I've had at a place here called the Siri House. Now, the Siri House, another high-end place. It's a different kind of venue, but it's really nice. It's almost like Soho House in New York and Los Angeles. So they have what's called a Sunday tea house dance. Right now they're open every day of the week, but on Sundays they have Sunday tea house dances. And I befriended, I guess, the manager there. I'm one of the owners there, and their regular host, who is a drag queen named Amadiva. What's her name? Amadiva was going away for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, and they asked me if I would come in and host. I don't care. Hell yeah, I will. Now, mind you, like I said earlier, I never turn down an opportunity. I say yes. I say yes, and I worry about the rest later. That's what I do, because it always presents other opportunities, right? So just showing up, just show up, y'all. So I said yes. After I said yes, I said, what the hell did I get myself into? So if anybody knows or remembers things that I used to do in LA in terms of parties, I used to always do theme parties. For my birthday every year, I always did theme parties. Always. Valentine's was always the theme. It was always a theme. So I said and so they asked me if I had ideas, and I'm like, yes. I think it was called a Marvelous May, because I was hosting for the month of May. And then Jade, Madame Rouge, hosted 2 weeks of those, because one was a holiday and they weren't serving booze, so they had to move the Sunday to a Saturday. Saturday are the Crimsons, so they had to replace me on that day. So I came up with these themes. One was Wild Wild West, and then the second one was Leather and Feathers, and the third one was the Reverse Ball. Now, when I was in LA, I always wanted to do. I did all these themes. In Los Angeles, and I said, okay, bump it. Except I didn't do Reverse Ball in Los Angeles, but I always wanted to do one, just because, right? All right, so get the opportunity to do this hosting, because hosting, look, I'm crazy. I like to talk. I like to mess with people. So I'm like, it's easy. One song per set. So there's a song. It's me bull crapping with the people and having some fun. I do a song, and then I bring on one act, whether it be burlesque, whether it be a stripper, whether it be a boulder, whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, I can do this. So what I want to do is show you some of the stuff that went on in Siri House. So far we're at Hollywood Brunch, Maggie Shoes, Crimson Room, and now I'm going to show you what the latest thing as of last week was. So, Kat, let's show first the Wild Wild West images and then the videos. Okay, so this is a combination of everything that was going on. Marvelous May. Moulin Rouge is what Jay did. Wild Wild West, hosted by myself. Saturday Night Fever, Jay did. Leather and Feathers is me. Reverse Ball was me. So this is giving you a little idea. All right, so this is the Wild Wild West event. And I'm just messing with the people. And that's my bestie, Debbie Trey, who sang with me. So we commit to the theme, committing to the theme. Yep. Yep. So wait, let me give some backstory. So when I said Thailand is a little slow, you just can't go somewhere and just find a cowboy hat. You can't just go somewhere and find some cowboy boots. So these things take, because those themes are American, right? Thailand don't know about no cowboys, and you know what I'm saying, ain't got no desert. So it takes some research and some willpower to research these things and go find them and send together. So the funny thing was Debbie and I running around Bangkok looking for cowboy hats and cowboy boots, but we pulled it off. So, Kat, let's show one of the songs from the Wild Wild West. I think that was him. Yeah, I think Impossible. Kat, I'm gonna kill you. I think it was an Impossible Dream. I'm pretty sure. All right, here we go.
Most turn their backs on you. And now when I sing this song, there's a lyric in the song that says, to be willing to march into hell for that heavenly cause. This song means so much to me right now. I hope I can sing without crying, but just listen to the lyrics, apply it to yourself. Dream the impossible dream, go for it. Don't ever let anyone tell you what you can't do. Because we can do. Thank you.
To bear with unbearable sorrow and to run where the brave did not go and to right the unrighted wrong and to love pure and sweet from afar, to try when your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far. be true to the glorious day that my heart will lie peaceful and calm where I'm laid to my rest, and the world will be better for this. In that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still he's the road with his last sound of courage to dream the impossible, the impossible, the impossible and I always dream the impossible dream. Yes, and I always reach the unreachable star.
Yep. So, Henry Louise says she has chills and goosebumps. Thank you, Henry Louise. So, what's interesting too about Thailand, guys, is that there are very few of us here. There is definitely a black culture here, but what's really, really rewarding is two things. One, these are people that enjoy you just for your offerings, your gifts, but also a lot of them, well, not in this case, it's Siri, but a lot of them don't even understand what the hell you're singing, but they love the way you make them feel. So that is so rewarding for an artist to get that type of that kind of love based on just you doing what you do, you know, and not on stuff that you have. Because the one thing that I love about being here too, because unless they've done research, they don't know what I drove, they don't know where I live, they don't know nothing except for how I make them feel. So that's really, really rewarding. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. So Janesta, your voice is baby making voice. I ain't touching that, Janesta. I'm not touching that. So what I want to do is just go through this Siri House stuff. So the next thing I did at Siri House is leather and feathers. Now leather and feathers was really, really, really interesting because I had so many ideas of what I was going to do. I ordered again, like I said, you have to research this stuff. So I ordered a whole bunch of peacock feathers that I was going to have designed on an existing jacket to make, just create some stuff, right? So then the order got backed up. So I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do? Then also, I am, whether she's going to admit it or not, I'm responsible for making sure Debbie, is that's my girl, that's my best friend. So we got to walk in right, So that was a challenge, but I think we pulled it off. Can we show the leather and feather? Yep. So this is what it was, and yeah. So that's Debbie and myself. Look at that back there, killing it. Look at that. Hold that. Go back to that, cat. So the headpiece that Debbie has on, I actually did because we had to think out of the box. So yeah. So and we found the thing that she has on, the apparatus that she has on behind her head and on her shoulders. was a whole big contraption thing that hooks up under her arms. But that is crazy. So yeah, we own all these feathers. What the hell? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that headpiece. I don't know. Debbie says, yeah, so much fun it was. So I'm gonna play you a couple songs from my performance that night, if you don't mind. Let's play it, chat.
I never knew I really loved. Everybody said that they knew me, but yet I didn't have a friend. It took some time for me to find my way. So many things to figure out. Why I was so lonely. Is this what life is all about? I pretended to be happy with so much sadness deep inside. Not knowing this person was lost and confused. I tried to hide the superficial things. That's how I learned to cope. But when the parties were over, I was still in need of hope. I had to reach inside to remove my pain and sorrow. Have to let go of the guilt and shame so that I can face tomorrow. 'Cause I'm a work in progress, to be the best and no less. I'm not yet where I want to be, but by the grace of God, I'm getting back to my knees. Hey, I lost myself and the glitz and the glamour, lost sight of who I really was. I even thought that I was going crazy, 'cause crazy is crazy does. I was lost and couldn't find my way, but desperate to make a change. So I swallowed my pride, I picked myself up. It was time to rearrange. I had to reach inside to remove my pain and sorrow, and to let go of the guilt and shame, so that I can face tomorrow. 'Cause I'm a work in progress, to be the best and no less. I'm not yet where I want to be, but by the grace of God, I'm getting back to mine. I can't be a victim of my past. No, no, no. Because time is moving on, and it's moving fast. Now I don't care what they say. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So well, I have to plug my book. Getting back to my me at your local bookstores. So that was really, thank you, Linda. That was really rewarding just because I decided I was going to go out on a limb and sing something that I hope would inspire people. And as it turned out, it went really well. And I was excited to be able to sing. Thank you, Julie. I was able to sing stuff that would connect me personally with the audiences here in Bangkok. Kat, do we have another song from that? Or no? Yes?
Love all your and all your purpose, imperfections, give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're mine and my beginning. Even when I lose my way, you give your all. You give your all to me. I give my all to you, How many times do I have to tell you, even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is pinning you down, 'cause I'm around forever. My head's underwater, but I'm good fine. You're crazy, but I'm out of my mind. All of me loves all of you. All your curves and all your you give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're mine and my beginning. Even when I lose my way, you give your all to me. I give my all to you. You give your all, cards on the table, with open cards, risking it all for this heart. All of me, love all of you, all your words and all your perfect imperfections. You give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're mine and mine. Even when I know I'm winning, you give your all to me. I give my all to you. You give your all to me. I give my all to you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you so very much.
Wow. Okay. So yeah. So that was that Leather and Feathers event, which was fun. So I'm just showing you all this to show you how you can really live. So whatever, and I'm not going to preach, but if you're not happy, change it. It's just that simple. And there, you can talk yourself out because of finding the happiness because you think of things that are logical. Life ain't logical. So sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone in order to reach your maximum potential of happiness, period. I did it at over 40 years old. No, yeah, way over 40. I decided I'm out of here. There's got to be more to this, and only got one time. Janessa said, not a John Legend fan, however, it's beautiful coming from you. That's such, thank you so much, Janessa. Thank you. So yeah, so, all right, so this last situation that I did for Siri House is called the reverse ball. So reverse ball, you might say, what is that? So the reverse ball is a gender swap. So the guys came as girls, the girls came as guys. Now, when I first came up with this, I really didn't think it through because as you can see, when I commit to a theme, I commit. So, all right, so I have associations with or friendships with a lot of, well, not a lot, that's not true at all. Maybe four, maybe 3 or 4 amazing drag queens in Los Angeles who set a standard for, and this is, now these chicks are prior to RuPaul's Drag Race and this, that, and the other. One of them is watching right now. Her name is Carlotta Couture, and I wish I had some images of Carlotta. But I will go to a place called The Study that was owned by my friend Michael Lafayette, and Carlotta would perform there. So Carlotta looks like, no joke, like Yolanda Adams, right? But when I say professionalism and personified and beautiful and just all the stuff, so it's like I had to think, because especially with social media now, I couldn't look like busted Herman Munster, and I just didn't think it through. I did not think the thing through. So what you're about to see is my complete insanity, me stepping completely out of my comfort zone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cat, run a commercial. The fuck?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Betty's Pop-Up Shop for fun and fashion.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Hey everybody, it's your man Norwood, and I am so excited because this year I am celebrating 40 years in this crazy business of show. So please join me and follow me on TikTok as I take you down memory lane at crazy glimpses of 40 years in the entertainment business. Follow me on TikTok at Norwood Young.
Barnes Music City Soul Food, Nashville's premier soul food experience. Barbecue, fried or baked chicken, oxtails, turkey wings, meatloaf, chicken wings, pork or turkey chops, rotisserie chicken, fried fish, mac and cheese, greens and yams, an assortment of vegetables for the vegan in you, cakes and pies, outdoor dining available. Barnes Music City Soul Food, Knowlesville Road and Old Hippie Boulevard. Call 615-429-7836 or barnesmusiccitysoulfood.com.
Hey, this is your man Norwood, and I have gone global. Please follow me on all my social media platforms. Now, if you'd like to see new and upcoming or previous shows of Just Norwood, Night School, or Spiritual Sessions Sundays with Debbie Cray, please subscribe to my YouTube page, Norwood Young's Wonderful World. And also, please follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Now, I'm really happy to be celebrating 40 years in show business. And if you'd like to catch a glimpse of those 40 years, please follow me on TikTok. I guarantee it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you'd like to be reminded of when Just Norwood, Night School, or Spiritual Session Sundays with Debbie Cray is on live, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Norwood Young's Wonderful World, and then click notifications and then choose all. Whew, I know it's a lot, but that's what we got to do. See you then.
I fell in love with you first. I fell in love with you first. I fell in love with you first. Oh, I fell in love with you first.
Okay, we had some technical. Oh my gosh. I don't- Okay, is that better? Wow. All right, so we got some technical difficulties. As you can see, I'm currently in a classroom. I don't know what the hell. I do know the Mercury is in retrograde, so yeah. And I'm not even going to try to change this background because, yeah. So, now what? Oh my God, hey Sean, I have no idea. All I know is it was a black screen, and yeah, it was a lot. All right, so let's go back to the last situation at Siri House, and yeah, the reverse ball, where I completely lost my mind because I didn't really realize what I was stepping into. Yeah, so what I like to do is, let me see. Let me show you this first. Let's show the prep. All right, let's go. Okay, so let me preface this thing again. I have, of course, the utmost respect for women because they have to have a period and babies and all this stuff on top of what drag queens do. I have quadruple amount of respect for drag queens. Let me tell you something. Gotta shave. This is why my face is clean, because you gotta shave your face. Shave your underarms, which I forgot to do. Tuck your penis, and I'm not the smallest dude in the world, so you got to pull that sucker all the way back. So the situation is caught between butt. Then you got to walk in 7-inch heels and squeak. Then you got fingernails on. And I'm not used to no fingernails, so I can't. So Debbie, my baby Debbie, is helping me do everything, including pull the pantyhose down when I had to go to that. That's another thing. Pantyhose and panties. Y'all, listen, Carlotta, I don't know how, but let me tell you something. All right, so I got offers to do, after this happened, I got offers to perform. No, man. If I ever do this again, it'll be at Norwood Young's Hollywood Soul Supper Club for my own dinner. No. So, Kat, let us show some stuff. Whew, here's the outcome, y'all. Here's the outcome. Here's the outcome. That's me and Debbie. So here's the deal. It was a reverse swap. So Debbie came as me. That's Debbie's Norwood Young. And that's me as Debbie. Now, the outfit that I'm wearing is actually Debbie's. And what Debbie is wearing is actually mine. So we took this thing like for real, for real, for real. All right, Kat. Now this picture is when the night was over. I got on the elevator. I took those damn shoes off. I was done. It was a wrap. All right, so this is Debbie as me, and I did Debbie's transformation as well. I'm a makeup artist as well. I don't know, not many people know that. So this was Debbie's transformation prior to going to the club. Yeah, and that you guys keep hearing me talk about Kat. That's Kat, my producer and my friend and my sister on the other end, and that's her husband in the middle and her son that she's standing next to, and of course Debbie and myself. So the Kat and the family came to support and hang out as well. Yep. So Kat, why don't we show the little video, the little footage of that night, and then we can show a couple songs.
Here's the deal. I am not going to host this evening. My bestie is going to host. And she's a little shy and put her hands together. So Stephanie Gray!
Gorgeous!
Where's the ball? Debbie is so big. I'd like to be referred to as Deborah.
Yeah, that was an interesting situation. So Kat, let's show some of the performances. And here's the deal. Performing for me is always a very sincere thing because you have to tell the story from your point of view. So there were so many layers to these performances because you have to perform them as your character. So you'll notice in a lot of the songs when I'm generally singing to certain genders or in certain genders, you have to sing as the character. So here we go. Is anybody still out there watching this after the situation? Chat? Okay. I know I look just like my mother, right, Henry Louise? Sean says, yep, he knows how I feel. Yep. Okay. Here we go, Kat.
It's not the same. We will be loved. We will be loved. More love than I've ever seen. He's all I've got. He's all I've got in this world. But it's all that I when I kiss his eyes, he takes me down and rocks me slow. And in the evening, when the mood is high, he holds me close. He won't let go. He won't let go. He fills me up. He gives me love. More love than I've ever seen. He's all I've got. He's all I've got in this world. But he's all the man that I need. So yes, remembering times with the Lord, and it was an easier time. And it was all so simple. Oh, as time we remember life, and if we had a chance to do it all again, tell me, would we, could we? Memories like the corners of my mind, misty water memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another, for the way we were. Oh, can it be that it was all so simple then? Oh, has time rewritten every line? And if we had a chance to do it all again, tell me, would we, to memories, maybe beautiful and yet was too painful to remember. We simply choose to forget, and so it's the latter that we will remember. Whenever we remember the way we were. Remember the way we were.
Woo! Yeah, guys. So yeah, so I'm showing you. Looking back at this is funny. Thank you, Linda. I'm showing you all these performances because number one, it might be the first and only time that ever happens, and it was interesting. It was interesting. So there's one more song I want to show you guys, and then I have an announcement to make after this.
Cause you don't know
the best man I'll ever know. There's no way I could ever go. Darling, there's no way. No, 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 no way. I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. I don't want to be free. And I'm staying. You're gonna love me, yeah. You're gonna love me. And I'm telling you, I'm not going. Now even though the rough times on the road, there's just no way, there's no way. We're part of the same place. We're part of the same time. We both share the same blood, and we both have the same mind. And time we have so much to share. No, 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 no way. I'm not waking up tomorrow morning and finding that there's nobody there. 'Cause darling, there's no way. No, 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 no way. I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. You see, there's just no way. There's no way. Say that now. Yeah, scream and shout. You can say what you want. I'm not walking out. Stop all the rivers, push right for hill. I'm not gonna leave you. There's no way I will. And I am telling you, I'm not going. 'Cause you're the best man I'll ever know. And there's no way I could ever, ever go. No, 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 no way. No, 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 no way. I'm living without you. Hey, I'm not living without you. Not living without you. I don't want to be free. And I'm scared. I'm scared. And you, and you, and you, you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me. Yes, you are. Love me. Ooh, love me. Love me. Love me. Love me. Love me. You're gonna Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you. See, now Carletta just said yes, yes, yes. Now, all right, Carletta, we'll see what we can do, babe. We'll see what we can do. I just got the stamp of approval from the drag queen of all queens, Carletta. Yes, yes. It's amazing to be 50-something and find another possible career. No. It's a lot of work, and man, let me tell you, my hats are off. Thank you guys so much. So now it's time for my announcement. So as I told you, since my landing in Thailand after my Hollywood Super Soul Sunday brunch and my residencies, I found a niche and I had a dream of opening my own club. Play this, please. There's a saying that goes for singers. I want to sing for my supper. You know, we always say we can sing for our supper, meaning we can get paid from our talents. Well, I have another idea. Now show it, Kat. Yes! Norwood Young's Hollywood Super Soul. No, that's not right. Damn. Norwood Young's Hollywood Soul Supper Club. Thank you, Kat. Norwood Young's Hollywood Soul Supper Club is opening on August the 28th, which happens to be my birthday, which is a Sunday. So that Sunday, we're going to do a media night and press and celebrities and this, that, and the other. And then the following week, hi, Mark Williams. And then the following week, we're open for business. So it's finally happening. It took 3 years, but I got my feet wet. I felt the temperature. And guys, let me tell you something. Go for your stuff. Go for it. Go for it. No matter, thank you, Henry Louise, no matter how crazy it may seem. I told you from the beginning, when opportunity knocks, no matter how it may not make sense, say yes. Just say yes and let God work the rest out. Julie says that was awesome. Thank you, Julie. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, so that's Thailand. I went from cooking to wearing a dress. Who knew? Who knew? Just say yes to everything, guys. So thank you guys so much. Does anybody have anything else to say before we get out of here? But thank you so much for tuning in. See, Carlotta, yup. Carlotta said it's a lot. Yes, it is. And I don't know. Thank you, baby. I don't know if I'm built, because I'm telling you that makeup is like 3.5 hours. Well, maybe 4 by the time you put the tits on and the tucking and it's a lot. And then you can't glue the nails on. So everything is until everything is done. It is, I have to honestly say this. That is hands down the hardest thing that I have ever pulled off. Because thank you, Janesta. Because listen, so I can't go get them now because they're not around me. So I had 2 pair of shoes. 2 pair of shoes. One were high, but they were pointed, so your toes were smushed in. So I was walking around the house practicing, and I was like, God, I don't think this is gonna happen. So we went back to the place and found another shoe that was more comfortable. So I had to, but then the other shoe, the latest shoe, had a platform on the front. So I had pretty much worked out how I was going to work the other shoe, but this other shoe with the platform, although more comfortable, had a whole nother element. So it's not as easy. Thank you, Carletta. She says she's proud of me. Thank you. That means so much to me coming from you, for real. So it's a whole nother element. And like I said, I've watched the best of the best do this, and I could not be the best that I could be. So I hope I didn't let anybody down. Yes, Mark, please. Yes, for everybody. Thank you, Mark. Yes, you can go see it at all the performances on YouTube. So yes, share this, guys. It was great. And hopefully, yeah, Henry Louise says thanks for the concert. Yeah, because we haven't been here in a minute and I haven't, shown what I've been doing here. So yeah, so that's what's going on. I thank everybody so much for hanging out. And don't be a stranger. Hit me up in my DMs, my PMs, whatever. And I will see you on Sunday for spiritual sessions with Debbie Trey and Norwood Young. Speaking of Debbie Trey, thank you, Debbie, my bestie, my ride or die, who goes through every bit of insanity with me. If I get an idea and I say, reverse ball, this is what we got to do, she's down to like when and where. So I'm blessed to have somebody who's, let's be serious, as crazy as I am, but will support the insanity. So everybody, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience through the Mercury in retrograde, as Kat calls it, Mercury in Gatorade. Thank you, everybody. Kat, I love you too. We'll talk after the show. And I'll see everybody next Wednesday, or perhaps on Sunday, or perhaps on Monday for night school. But I'll see you guys. Thank you, Sean and Dion and everybody that watched, and Janine, and I've been paying attention. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.
Your day is designed to perfection, and anything that goes against that perfection is a trap. Don't fall for it.
Pieces of a Dream and Norwood.
We've been friends for a long time. He's crazy.
Just Norwood. You say that you think that you love me, but girl, it's too late, 'cause I know that I do love you. Oh.
Hey, it's me, Norwood, and I am celebrating 40 years in show business. So I have decided to go global. So join me for my daily thoughts and memories on Facebook and Instagram. And you can find all my shows, Just Norwood, Spiritual Sessions, Sundays with Debbie Craig, and Night School, by subscribing to my YouTube page, Norwood Young's Wonderful World. And then last but not least, I will be going down memory lane for the next year on TikTok, showing you a glimpse of daily craziness and the insanity that has gone on over the past 40 years. Thank you.